In this video, we're going to make Karma by Taylor Swift using BandLab. We'll create the first verse and chorus. Step 1, start a new project. Select drum machine, empty so we can start from scratch. We'll change the sound of the drums. Select 808, type in dub and select the dubstep drum pad. Step 2, we'll decrease the tempo to 90 beats per minute. Step 3, we'll program 4 different rhythm patterns for the kit, starting with rhythm pattern A. Let's start with the kick drum. Select step 1, 5, 9, 13, and 16. Next we'll add the snare on 5 and 13. Finally, the closed hi-hats in every box. Next we'll program rhythm pattern B. We'll start with the same pattern as pattern A. We'll put in the kick on step 1, 5, 9 and 13, the snare on 5 and 13, and the closed hi-hats on every step. Next we'll add in a rim shot by selecting the rim shot icon. Then select steps 11, 12 and 13. Finally we'll select the crash on step 13. Next we'll program rhythm pattern C for the kit, starting with the same pattern as A. 1, 5, 9, 13, 5 and 13. We'll add the closed hi-hats on every box again. Finally, we'll add a clap by selecting the clap icon. Then we'll select steps 13, 14, 15 and 16. Our final rhythm pattern is pattern D. Select the snare edge icon and then select steps 13, 14 and 16. Now we'll need to clear the automated tracks from BandLab so we can add in our own. To add in our different rhythm patterns, follow the following sequence. Starting at bar 1, add D. Then at bar 2, we'll add in A. Bar 3, A. Bar 4, A. Bar 5, B. Bar 6, A. Bar 7, A. Bar 8, A. Bar 9, B. Bar 10, A. Bar 11, A. Bar 12, A. Bar 13, C. Bar 14, A. Bar 15, A. Bar 16, A. Bar 17, A. Bar 18, A. Bar 19, A. Bar 20, A. 21, B. Let's have a listen to the first part of this drum track. Step 4, add in a bass line. Add a new track, select virtual instrument, and we'll double click on the name so we can change it to synth bass. Next we'll change the sound of the instrument, click on instrument, type in sine, and we'll select the sine bass. We're going to input the bass line using the MIDI editor. Copy in the following bass line note for note. Now we'll drag this to the beginning of bar 2 and then we'll loop this over the whole track. Let's have a listen. Step 5, we'll add in the chords. Add track, virtual instrument, and we'll change this to synth chord. To change the sound of the instrument, select Instruments, type in Seamless, and we'll select Seamless Pad. Go to Effects, Add Effect, and we'll type in Trem. Select Tremolo. We'll use this to create a change in volume with the chords to match the original sound of the synth in Taylor Swift's version. Adjust the speed to 60% and the depth to 35. Reduce the spread to 12. Next, add Effect, type in Vocal, and select Vocal Enhancer. In the drop-down menu, we'll select Modern. We'll use this to add some sparkle to the synth. Now let's input the chords using the MIDI editor. Starting at the beginning of bar 2, select E-flat 4. We'll loop this over the entire track. Let's have a listen. Step 6. Add in the lead line. Add track, virtual instruments, and we'll rename this to Synth Lead. To change the sound of the instrument, select Instruments, type in Lo-Fi, and we'll select Lo-Fi Mallets. Next, go to Effects, Add Effect, type in Reverb, and we'll select the Studio Reverb. Increase the mix to 85% and increase the size to 80. Next, add Effect, type in Exciter, and select Exciter. This is to add some sizzle to the lead line. We're going to input the lead line using the MIDI editor. The first phrase starts in bar 6. Let's have a listen. The next phrase starts in bar 14. Copy in the following notes. Copy this region to bar 18. Let's have a listen. Step 7, we'll add in the atmospheric synth. Select New Track, Virtual Instruments, and we'll change this to Atmospheric Synth. To change the sound of the instrument, select Instruments, type in Heli, and we'll select Helicopter Orchestra. Go to Effects, Add Effect, type in Dual, and we'll select the Dual Octaver. Next, add Effect, type in Delay, and we'll select the ping pong delay. Reduce the feedback to 20%. We're going to input the atmospheric synth line using the MIDI editor, starting in bar 11 on F5. Let's have a listen. Step 8, we'll add a synth pad at the end of the verse. Select Add Track, Virtual Instruments, and we'll call this Synth Pad. To change the sound of the synth pad, select Instruments, type in Wah, and select wah R&B. We're going to input these chords using the MIDI editor at the end of bar 10. Let's have a listen. Finally, we need to balance the sounds. Select Synth Lead, reduce the volume to -5 dB, pan -5 to the left. Then select Atmospheric Synth, reduce the volume to -15 dB. Pan 5 to the right. Finally, reduce the synth pad to -10 dB. Let's have a listen. Go and listen to the original track now and see how close yours sounds, and maybe see if you can record your vocals over the top.